It's your boy Jose from Big Meat Sports. How are you guys doing on this lovely, lovely Monday? Yes, it's a little bit late on this Monday, approximately around 9:55. Some of you guys are probably gonna watch the replay on YouTube. But thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the page. It really helps me out with this Big Meat Sport podcast. If you like the content, again, hey, give us some constructive criticism, give us some love, give us whatever, bro. Hey, but hit that like button, hit that subscribe, really appreciate it. But we are gonna hit this and talk about some good news. The Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys done spanked the Giants last night in Sunday Night Football, 40 to nothing. And to be honest with you, did not see that coming. Did not see that coming because what we were hearing throughout this offseason and leading up to the game is the Giants are back. They got Darren Waller, they got some key pieces. Saquon Barkley signed. Daniel Jones is better than Dak Prescott. And what did this defense do? This defense done like literally shut that thing. Yeah, I was about to curse, boy. They shut that thing down real quick. It kind of we started off rocky. I would admit the defense did start off a little rocky, giving up a couple big runs here and there. But man, when they needed to buckle down, they got into. I believe the Giants got into the red zone, and then the false start, the forced fumble, the botch snap that led into a field goal and the field goal block. And look, we're gonna say his name was Iggy because Iggy, I don't even know how to say his name. The guy that we traded for the Dolphins. Okay, he was the one that picked up that fumble recovery and took it to the house. But look, I'm just gonna talk about this defense because this defense looks great. This defense looks fast. I think we kind of settled down in the run defense to stop Saquon Barkley, but man, this game got out of hand real quick. I know that the weather might have played a little factor in it, but look, it's Micah Parsons is that dude. He's scary. I'm telling you, when this guy is out there, he is searching. He's probably gonna have like 25 sacks this year. And the best thing about it was that he was setting up his teammates also for sacks. If you really look at it, one they're moving Micah all over the place. They got him inside, they got him outside. But I love it when he's inside to set up his teammates for the sack, like he did Osa. He took on two defenders and had Osa do the wraparound for that sack on Daniel Jones later that game. And I'm telling you, this defense is going to create problems. Now, the one thing I had a little concern about was the offense. I do want to say there was a lot of stuff I liked about the Dallas Cowboys offense. One, they didn't turn the ball over. Tony Pollard kind of got close there on the screen and got hit there on the fumble, but thank God for Biadasz being in the right place, right time. But it didn't look like they were forcing anything. They just played within the game. I know it was rainy and Dak's stats weren't that hot, but if you really look at it, there was three drops. Ferguson had two, and Hendershot had one. So I think his stats would have been a little bit better. He actually that one to Hendershot in the end zone. I believe it would have been it should have been a touchdown if he would have caught it. I know he's kind of high on some throws, and the ball was kind of slick, but it was raining, but it was for both teams. Um, but what I do like about this Cowboys offense is I was looking at like the play calling and year one with the Mike McCarthy calling plays. We're gone and we're done and over with the Kellen Moore. And what I didn't see last year in the Kellen Moore era, and now I see this year with the McCarthy era is setting up those, wide receiver, if you want to say pick routes and help, get other wide receivers open because they had that, that three wide receivers set on the left hand side. You had, I believe it was Ferguson and Cooks run like little slants, and this freed up CD Lamb on the back half, and they got him free. You didn't see that last year with Kellen Moore calling plays. So, and there's other players that look like they're going to get involved in this offense. Rico Dowdle had a good game. Cavante Turpin, he's another one that, while he was in the game, like you see that the Cowboys are trying to use him more often, and that's a testament. Like it's a new era. I feel like, we're trying to be somewhat, I don't want to say like the Dolphins, but get faster guys in there. Cavante Turpin, you got Cooks there. You utilize these people with speed, and then look, we have what's his name? Really forgot it right now. Deuce Vaughn. There you go. We didn't really see Deuce Vaughn what he could do. I know that he got in there pretty late, but and the game was already over by the time. But it's signs that, I felt like they had something still pending. They didn't show all their cards, and I feel like they're just managing the game, and I felt safe. I felt good about that because I felt if Kellen Moore was still in this system, I'm pretty sure that he was gonna try to do a trick play or throw it deep and try to make the big play and put the dagger in the heart, and it possibly could have become like a turnover, interception. And I believe that this Mike McCarthy just called a really, really good game, and that's just me. I mean, we're talking about and other people that you didn't see that they utilized was Hunter Lepke, and you saw him in the backfield. This is a guy that, and he was in the fullback position, but I feel like they're going to use him also in this offensive scheme where I'm literally excited because I just feel like you can see the blocking schemes, you can see everything just look nice and crisp. And it's just maybe it's just me. And I'm not, one of those football guys that are like, all into the play, books and played football most of my life. No, I've been watching football, most of my life, and as I see change, and I love change. You get what you say, you know what I'm saying? You see this change in offense, you see different styles of you don't see these curl routes that Kellen Moore is like three wide receivers and all three are doing curls. We didn't see that, and now that's a good thing for Dak because I think that helps out Dak. And I just feel like Mike McCarthy taking over the play calls is very, 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 very good and looks promising for this team. But this defense, I mean, when I mean they are flying around, it is fun to watch because you're just giving a wave of people. It just comes in waves and waves. Our third or fourth strings are going out there and creating havoc. And I just love how like Marquise Bell was out there laying the wood. We didn't, and we're down Jordan Lewis and another safety, and it's getting late because I wanted to get this podcast over. But Donovan Wilson, there you go. We are down two important pieces in our defense, especially Donovan Wilson that stops that run. He likes to be in there and be in the mix, but we're missing two key pieces, and we still dominate on the defensive side. Can they keep this up? We'll see. I'm hoping that this is a testament of what's going to happen for the next, for this whole year leading up to playoffs and possibly, a deep run in the playoffs, hopefully Super Bowl. But, some people are kind of still up on the fence on this offense. And again, we're going to go back. This offense, I liked what I saw, not forcing anything, playing with this system. Dak was throwing, some good balls. Again, they were just being dropped. But I like what I saw, and not showing all your cards. And people are saying this and that. Hey, look, it was wet for both teams. Okay. And his stats are not going to be that, outstanding because we were given a short field almost every single time. This defense was creating this great turnovers. And look, when you sack the quarterback 7 times, what is it, 22 or 23 pressures. I mean, Daniel Jones was running for his life most of that game. So to be honest with you, um, I want to see what happens next week. Talking about next week, we're going to be playing the Jets and Aaron Rodgers. What is it? 4 plays, 3 or 4 plays in, got injured, and it doesn't look promising. Aaron Rodgers went down. They're saying ankle, but how his face looked when he turned over, got up, and literally sat back down. I mean, when you turn an ankle, you're able to walk that off. Probably get it retaped. I am pretty I am pretty damn sure that's an Achilles. People on the internet are speculating. There's like a slow motion replay of when he's getting tackled, and it looks like the Achilles kind of like snaps there. You've seen that injury when it snaps when Kevin Durant had that in the playoffs one year, and you see the thing this like snap right off the bone, and it kind of looked that way. I don't know, we'll see because you don't know with the video editing and so on and so forth, but that was this man. It sucks because those Jets fans, I'm telling you, they it suck the whole wind out of that stadium. Like that stadium became really, really silent. And the game's not even like right now, it's not even fun to watch because there's no more excitement in that stadium. And it sucks for Jets fans because we're following this thing through the hard knots leading up to the season. People were, praising the Jets. People think that the Jets were going to make the playoffs, probably going to win the East. And Brees Hall is out there running as hard as he's running. And it was looking, I mean, it's looking good for the Jets. But now you go back to Zach Wilson that threw an interception, and that's it looks like it's gonna be your quarterback for the upcoming future. Because again, I think it's an Achilles heel, Achilles tear. I might be wrong. The X-rays are negative, but a lot of people probably won't speculate. But I'm pretty sure those doctors and athletic trainers out there, they know what's up. I you If you saw that like that stare that he looked into the sideline and kind of gave those one those like yeah no, and eh, I know Aaron Rodgers is one of the tough guys, and for him to just shake his head no and then get helped off the field, yeah, that looked like an Achilles. It sucks because you want to see it play out. You want to see the season play out with their best players. You don't want any excuses. I mean, if you look at the San Francisco 49ers in the playoff run and in the playoffs, they lost to Philly. This guy goes down and Brock Purdy goes down with the finger injury, and then his backup then gets goes down also, and they're running Christian McCaffrey out there to trying to throw passes and then telling Brock Purdy, hey, I need you to try to you know throw at least 5 yards or whatever the case may be, because if you really look at it, the Niners were driving on the Eagles right before that injury to Brock Purdy. The Niners were driving on the Eagles, and it would have been an interesting game. I know Debo Samuels had some stuff to say on the offseason that, look, we were going after somebody, and it kind of changed the whole game plan when Johnson got in there. And I'm telling you, it just sucks because then you're playing like the what if game. Like, what if Aaron Rodgers didn't, tear his Achilles? Got Brees Hall, looks like he's back, 100% because he has damn near almost 100 yards already in the first half of this game, and it literally sucks. But Cowboys play the Jets next week. I'm pretty sure they'll be preparing for Zach Wilson, but it's gonna be a great test for this offense because the Jets do have a very, very great defense, a defensive line, the corners, linebackers. So it's gonna be a great test to see how this offense looks on the second game. Now, again, there's some miscues with the offense. But again, you can't really tell if that was the rain in the aspect or if it was just not really paying attention to detail. So we'll see. I'm pretty sure Jake Ferguson and Hendershot are going to do a better job in this second game because I believe the game's in Dallas. But let's talk about this Miami Dolphins and Chargers game. Man, this thing was a shootout. Now Tua, 28 for 45, 466 yards, three TDs, one interception. Now, man, I kind of, and I placed a bet on this one going over 50, and I was damn near right on that one. I kind of felt that, you know, we're all off season. We're wondering about, are the Dolphins going to take, you know, implement the running game more, try to run more with Moser and their backups, because Moser only got 37 yards. But I kind of felt like they saw something in the Chargers secondary that they can take advantage of. Man, they're playing man versus the damn near fastest wide receiver in the NFL. And I don't know if that's being cocky or being overconfident that you think you can, be one on one with Tyreek. And Tyreek just burns you for 215 yards on 11 catches. Man, I mean, that's why I think that, they stuck with the pass and kept on slinging that thing because Chargers historically and the past couple seasons, their back end is horrible. Now they have Asante Samuels Jr. out there, which is probably one of the better corners. But he couldn't keep up. Nobody can keep up with Hill. They have a fast team. Like if you really look at the Dolphins, this is like a Ferrari. You got Hill, Waddle, and the one player I do like, that's a slot receiver for them, and Braxton Berrios, man. This guy, I believe he's gonna be that little key piece in the slot for Miami. Just because his knowledge of the game, his toughness, knowing where to be. I think they were missing that last year, and Braxton Berrios is that dude, man. When he was with the Canes, I hated him because I'm an FSU fan, and watching him with the Canes, he's always did well versus FSU. But just seeing his knowledge of the game, and I think that it helps out with Tua being in a slot because I don't think they had a slot receiver like that. So everybody was just you know zoning in on Tyreek and Waddle. So adding that third element in the wide receiver group, and then you can see that Tua was trying to get the tight ends involved with Smythe, because let's see, he got three receptions for 44 yards. So look, I mean, this air attack from the Miami Dolphins is something. It's scary. Um, the only thing is, again, and they're probably just gonna play it, by what team that they play. But man, if they can get some form of running game, kill some time on the clock, so it won't be a shootout like where we just saw. But it's first game. We'll see the adjustments that they make towards the second game. But look, it's I'm kind of concerned for the Miami Dolphins defense because I mean they got gashed on the run. Man, you got Eckler going for 117 yards, one TD. Joshua Kelly for 91 yards, one TD. And then with the receiving, you didn't see that much with the receiving, but when the defense needed to get it done on that last drive, the Chargers are going backwards, and that's a testament of just playing, keep on grinding. The defense again, they're giving up big plays and mostly in the running game, but when they needed the most, they got the sacks, they got the play, they made the plays when they needed to. So you saw in the post game speech that he was saying this was a team game, there's a team win, and you're gonna need this defense. Now maybe it's some rust off with Wilkins, basically not participating until and signing a deal until later on in training camp, and only have what, a week to prepare or a week to get ready. But I do think that this Dolphins defense is probably a top 10 defense, I want to say. But let's see if they can turn it around next game. And I want to see them get a better outing on this next game. I'm trying to figure out who they play, but I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be a barn burner out there. I don't want to say Denver Broncos because Denver Broncos is their third game. I think this is their first home game. So whoever they play, I just want to see a better outing from the defense and stopping the run and doing a little bit better job in the passing game. But it's been a great first week of football. Football is back, man. I'm getting all my merchandise. If all you fantasy football fans, if you want to look right here, I was bringing out this is this is my belt. Okay, this is because I was a winner on actually two of the three leagues I was in. So I was a fantasy football champion. So if you trying to retain this belt for another year. So but that's our fantasy football. That's the one I have with the coworkers. So yeah, it was a great this first week of fantasy, man. If you didn't have Tyreek Hill and Tua, it wasn't that much scoring for fantasy football, but it was a great first weekend. I love football. Football's back. I can't wait to for week two. Week two starts on Thursday. That's kind of crazy. Thursday night football right off the bat with Eagles and Vikings. Both teams, Vikings coming off a loss, and Eagles squeaking one out, from the Patriots, which was very surprising. Even though I know it was a monsoon over there and it was raining too, but I'm telling you, I think this defense, the Eagles defense, kind of looks suspect on the back end. They had trouble with that bunch set formation and passing it off, and making Mac Jones look, just like a stud out there, even in the horrible rainy conditions. Now, Eagles didn't, their starters didn't play the preseason also, so maybe it was a rust factor, but we'll see how they do versus Minnesota. They have a history of whipping up on Minnesota, so we'll see how that game plays out. But yeah, man, football is back. I'm glad to see this. My FSU Seminoles are doing good. So hey, look, I if I can die a happy man if my Cowboys win a Super Bowl and my FSU Seminoles win the championship all in one year, the same year. Oh my god! And give me the Miami Heat, NBA playoffs champions. Woo! Oh my god, that'll just be a dream come true. Now Miami Heat, we just need to get Damian Lillard because we lost a lot of pieces, but that's that's another podcast to go for. But man, football's back. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Please, again, don't forget to like, subscribe to the page. Please hit that like button on this video. It really helps out. Subscribe to the page. It really helps out with me putting more content. I know that JC wasn't on here or Duncan. Both of them were busy today. Let's see. I was trying to see if they can pop in, but I'm pretty sure they're too busy to pop in. And I know Duncan's working hard, working those two jobs. But when he gets some time, we'll get some insight on him and his Hurricanes and how they're doing, beating Texas A&M, and what kind of future, what kind of promising that he sees for the future for the Canes. So that's it for today's episode. Thank you for tuning in to Big Meat Sports, and we'll catch you on the next